Hello guys, welcome to the course Learn AWS Step by Step. This is the first course in AWS Automation series. So let's look into the topic. What are the topics which we are going to cover in this course? This course is prerequisite for the automation within AWS, as we are going to perform all the exercises manually, because if you do the things manually, you can easily write any automation irrespective of what you want to automate. So let's look into the topic now. So we will start our journey with a step 1 overview and setup. In this step, we will learn about what is cloud computing and what was there prior to AWS, how things was working prior to AWS, and what was the pain area prior to AWS. Then we will look into how AWS globally is spreaded their infrastructure and how they are organizing their infrastructure and what they are called in AWS context, like AWS regions, availability zone, edge location. So all these things we will learn. Once you're comfortable with that, then we will look into the steps to set up the AWS free tier account, as it is required to work with AWS management console. Once we finish the step 1, we will proceed to the step 2, where we will learn about AWS ecosystem. With this course, my attempt is to teach you everything of AWS in a step-by-step manner, so that you can relate each concepts logically and you can use that services accordingly. Now moving further, in step 2 we will learn about ecosystem of AWS. So in this aspect we will understand that what is AWS management console and how you are going to use it. When you use any of the services of AWS, then AWS charges pay per usage, but with free tier account you will be getting some hours of free usage of many services. So to track that usage, we will set up free tier usage billing alarm. In the same step, we will also understand identity access management, which is one of the core important topic in terms of security, where we will learn how to manage the security of any resources of AWS with the help of identity access management. Now moving further, in the step 3 we will learn about compute option, where we will learn about Elastic Compute Cloud, that is mainly related to virtual servers. In this step we will learn about how many types of compute, that is virtual servers, offered by AWS. Along with that, we will also use free tier offered virtual server, that is T2 micro, or say free tier compute option, that is T2 micro. So in this aspect we will learn first the concept and then we will do the lab, so that you are in a comfortable position to understand what is EC2. Once you have understanding about compute, we will move further and look into block storage, that is our step 4. Here we will look into EBS, that is Elastic Block Storage, that is storage service offering of AWS. Block storage used to hold the binaries of operating system. So here also we will learn about the concepts of Elastic Block Storage, that is EBS, and then we will do lab. And once we comfortable with EBS, Elastic Block Storage, then we will move further. In the step 5 we will learn about Amazon machine image. Here we will learn about how to create Amazon machine image. If we are using EC2 instance and made that EC2 instance as a web server, and you want to replicate the same configuration in another 20 EC2 instance to make them as a web server. So this step will give you idea how to convert an EC2 configuration into Amazon machine image. Now moving further, you will also do a small project where you will create an EC2 instance and make it as a web server. My intention with this course is that you will do as much as lab while learning the AWS, so that you will get more hands-on experience along with theoretical knowledge. Once you complete the project 1, we will move further and learn about bootstrapping process in step 6. In this aspect, we will bootstrap the project 1 in step 6. If you confused about bootstrapping word, so bootstrapping is nothing but a mechanism by which you can automate the repetitive task using a script. And once you understand bootstrapping, we will proceed further at step 7. Step 7 is very important to understand the AWS infrastructure. So here we are going to learn about virtual private cloud in depth, and where I have discussed all the nuts and bolts of virtual private cloud, that is VPC. So we are going to discuss all these topics in virtual private cloud section, and where we will do a lab as well so that you can easily understand the concept. Once you are comfortable with virtual private cloud, we will proceed further and we will do the project 2, where we will design the custom VPC with the knowledge which we have acquired at step 7. Once you completed the project 2, then we will proceed further and where we will learn about AWS Elastic Load Balancing. So here also we will learn about the concepts and we will do the lab. Once you understand about ELB, that is Elastic Load Balancing, we will proceed further at step 9 and we are going to learn about AWS, one of the mostly used service, that is Simple Storage Service. And here also we will understand the concept and then we will do the lab so that you can get the complete knowledge about S3, that is Simple Storage Service of AWS. After learning S3, we will proceed further and we will learn about AWS CloudWatch, that is mainly used for monitoring of the resource usage. So we will learn about that. Once we learn about CloudWatch, we will proceed further at step 11 and we will learn about how to improve the performance of your application which you are hosting within AWS with the help of Content Delivery Network, that is CDN, that is known as CloudFront in AWS infrastructure. So in this aspect we are also going to learn about the concepts and we will do the lab on it so that you will be in a comfortable position to understand the entire nitty-gritty of content delivery network of AWS, that is CloudFront. Then we will proceed further and we will look into another AWS services, that is Route 53, and we will learn about the usage of Route 53 in detail. Once you understand that, then we will proceed further at step 13 where we will look into another one of the mostly used managed services, that is AWS RDS, that is Relational Database Service of AWS. Here we will learn about the concepts of RDS, how the RDS instance is being created and how you will create a DB engine within that instance. And once engine is being created, how we are going to access it through client tool, and at last how we will delete that DB instance. So all these things we will learn within this step 13, and once we are comfortable with everything, we will do a final project where we will design something meaningful. In this project we will design a high availability AWS infra. So in this project you will come to know about auto scaling concept. You will also see how a server coming back to an existence if it is going down in this project. That is really going to be a very fun exercise, and that knowledge you can apply anywhere in your practical day-to-day activity wherever you are designing a high available infrastructure within AWS. So all these things are coming in our upcoming session in this course. So why you are waiting for? Let's jump into the course.